Hey you guys, Lisa Pennington here, and I'm excited today to show you a super simple project. I want to show you how to get these words onto something like this stainless steel tumbler. Here's another example of one I made for my son as a surprise gift when we went to Disney World. My kids and I only drink out of stainless steel or glass. We do not drink out of plastic, and especially, we wouldn't anyway, but especially because we're adding essential oils to our water a lot of the time. You never want to add oils to anything that's in anything but stainless steel or glass. All right, so I'm sending them to my new members this month in April, and I'm super excited because this is my favorite tumbler. It took me a long time to find one I love, and I love this one. So I thought my whole team needed it. I gave a bunch to my builders at Christmas time, and now I'm just sending them to my new members because I love them and I want them to add some lemon or peppermint to their water safely. Okay, but I've gotten a ton of reaction from people. How did you get that? Where do I get that? Well, you have to make it, but I'm going to show you how. If you have a Cricut, you can do this. It's a matter of understanding a few simple things on the Cricut Design Studio and know how to use transfer tape. Okay, so here's what you need for this project. You need some transfer paper. It comes in a roll like this. This is a roll I've been using, so I have it taped off for myself. You need some kind of scrape tool like this that's flat that we're going to use to really rub our letters on. This is a Cricut tool, but you could probably use a credit card or anything flat like that. Obviously, you need a tumbler. You need vinyl. This is the piece of vinyl I've been using. A piece of vinyl will last me a long time because I tend to do smaller projects like this. But the reason I'm showing you, it's super shiny. This is 51 or series 651. It's a permanent vinyl. You do not want to use repositionable vinyl, which is what most vinyl is in the craft store. So be sure you want to order it. You can order a whole bunch on Amazon. Expressions vinyl is where I get most of my vinyl. Love them. They're very quick. They're very helpful. But you want some permanent vinyl. And then you need your Cricut mat. All right, you're gonna need a mat, and you're gonna need your Cricut Design Studio. That's it, super easy. All right, let's work with this. I'm gonna open my iPad, to my Cricut Design Studio. Let's get our cup out of the way so I can show y'all. We're gonna open Cricut Design Studio, and here we are. It's going to come up with this box. Okay. Resist the urge. All things are so cute, and I will occasionally just start looking through there like, oh, I gotta make something else. But today we're going to make this. A box popped up, asked me if I wanted to keep the old project. I don't even know what the old project was. So no, we're starting fresh. So we're gonna start with the text. This is super simple, y'all. And the reason I'm showing you how to do it is because it took me a while to figure it out. The slice tool is hard to use. The weld tool, the attach tool, which one do I use? This is really quick. So just follow my instructions if you're new to Cricut. There's all these font options. Be careful if you don't want to spend money. Watch here that whether or not the fonts are free or not. I'm subscribed to the Design Studio subscriptions, so that some of these fonts might be free for me, might not be free for you, because I pay an annual fee. And let me tell you, it's totally worth it if you Cricut a lot. I use those all the time. But I've already picked my font. It's called Straight and Simple. So I can go up here and type it in straight, and I found it. Straight and Simple. And now a little box is going to pop up, and I'm going to type in I blank. I'm going to put several blanks so that I put in 3 so that I could have a space for my heart. If I want more, I can do more. However you like. This is totally up to you. That's what I love about this. Because you can make it however you want, but this is how I want it. All right, so I've got my words, and I'm going to size them. I'm going to click on Edit. For this small tumbler, I've already measured. I know this is the 20-ounce tumbler. I want it 3.5 inches. If I were doing a 30-ounce tumbler, which is probably my favorite size because it holds more, obviously, I would do it 4 inches. But for this, I'm doing 3. So I clicked on Edit. I'm clicking on Width, and I'm going to put in 3.5. Okay, I'm not even going to worry about the height. I'm happy with the height, whatever it ends up with. Now we're going to get that out of the way and we're going to put our heart in. Whoops. I'm going to click on image and there's a search bar at the top. Again, save yourself. Don't look through them because you'll want to make everything. Do that later when you don't have a project happening. And look how many hearts alone there are to choose from. I mean, y'all, there's so many options. Whatever is your style, that's what you should do. For me, I've already purchased this little scalloped heart, so I'm going to choose it so I don't have to spend more money on it. There is a heart down in shapes, but it's very perfect, and I really like that this one is a little wonky, so I'm choosing that. But you could certainly choose the perfect one if that's more your style. Go with whatever you like. What I need to do now, though, is I don't want the scallop part. I just want the heart, the plain heart. So I'm going to click Actions after I've selected it and click on Ungroup. And now it's taken those two hearts and separated them. And then I can just get rid of the scalloped one, and now I'm left with this. But this really isn't the shape. Look at the difference. The one I picked, so all I do is I unlock it in the bottom left corner, and then I can reshape it however I like. All right, I like it like that. Oops. And now I'm gonna see if I can get it into place the way I want with my words. A little big, kind of keep going. Okay, so I think I really want it taller and thinner. So I'm gonna unlock it again. Okay, and there, see, I like it just like that. But before we're finished with the heart, I need to add my little drop, my little oil drop that I put in the heart. Love him. It's just a cute little touch, and it just takes no time at all. You go back to image, you get rid of your heart. Wait, did I don't want that. Hold on, sorry. I accidentally selected like some heart that I want. Okay. I'm going to look for drop. I already have chosen my oil drop. I've already bought one. Some of these are super cute. A lot of them are free. Whatever is your mood. If you like it really like this, if you want something more rounded, curvy, seriously, whatever is your style. I like this one. I've already purchased it. I use it a lot. And so I'm going to just put him, I'm going to put him in my heart by making him a little bit smaller. And then we will increase the size. I love to increase the size of my workspace so that I can really see what I'm doing. So I'm going to put him right there. I think he's darling there. And here we're going to use the slice tool. When you're using the slice tool, you can only have 2 layers. If this had anything else, if it still had the scalloped edge behind it, it wouldn't slice. If this was up here with the words, it wouldn't slice. If there were even some sort of line on it, it wouldn't slice because that would be more than 2 layers. We have the heart and the drop. That's it. I'm going to click and drag over them, rub my finger over it, and when I release, I've selected them both. Now you can see the slice tool is available to me. It's not grayed out, and I've cut that out. I'm going to get rid of this little guy. If you want a drop, keep in mind that you will end up with one right here because out of your scraps. If you want to put a drop somewhere on your cup, that'd be super cute, but this will be there too. If you'd left the other one, it would cut 2 drops actually. All right, so that's pretty much it. I'm going to drag again over the whole thing, and now I want to weld it together. The reason I'm welding is because now it will cut the entire thing as one. When I send it to the mat, down here click Make It, it will cut it out all in the line exactly how I want it, and that's what I've done. I've just clicked Make It, and I've already cut it out for y'all. Okay, so here it is. This says this is the exact thing I just made. I Heart Oils. I'm going to show you how to take this and put it onto your cup so you can send it to a friend or a team, or just, goodness gracious, let's be honest, we're all making ourselves one too. So what I'm going to do first, I'm going to peel off the negative, and you have to be really careful with this permanent vinyl because if it sticks to itself, girlfriend, it is not coming off. So I'm going to take that off first, and then I'm going to just use my weeding tool. Gosh, you guys, I love this little dental pick thing because it so easily gets the stuff out. I don't have to worry about. I'm going to get this little drop off and take that off, and I'm going to take off the middle of the O, which I could probably do that without the weeding tool. Okay, so these are gone. And now I have it ready to transfer. I don't want to take these letters off one at a time and stick them onto my cup because I would definitely not get them straight. So I'm going to take a piece of transfer paper. Now I showed you the roll. This is the roll, but this is a piece that I've cut off, and I want you to know this is a couple of my tips. I will use a piece of transfer paper over and over and over. I've probably used this particular piece 4 or 5 times. And one of my tips for you is this transfer paper is super, super sticky. In fact, the first couple times you use it, it's so sticky. I'm going to get a fresh piece out here that I cut for you. It's so sticky that it's hard to pull off of your cup or your glass or whatever you're transferring to. So what I do is I actually kind of unstick it a little by sticking it to a piece of paper. And look how hard it is to pull off. I'm pulling it off. I'm going to stick the other side of a piece of paper. It's made to come off, but I like to unstick it a little bit, to be honest with you, because I feel like for every project I've ever done, it's too sticky. And now this is ready to use, okay, and it's not going to be quite as sticky. This one I have used at least 6 times, and I cut this off a bigger piece that I've used. So what you're going to do, well, here's another tip for you. When you're working with transfer tape, work on top of your mat that has the clear guard over the top, because the transfer paper does not stick to this. And so if it goes over or it peels off, or you won't have trouble peeling it off of whatever it stick to. It won't stick to this. So just work on it. Take your transfer paper off of the little, but keep this because if you're going to use it again, you'll need it. And then lay it on top. Now, one of my other tips is to try to really use the grid. There's a grid on here. Use that grid to your advantage. It's going to help you line up your stuff on your cup. So I'm kind of trying to use it, make sure it's really straight. Sometimes if your grid, look here, see how it's stuck, but it just doesn't really stick. If you don't have your grid straight with your words, it can trick your eyes and make it harder to line up on whatever it is you're working with. So I try really hard to make sure my grid is straight, even if it feels like I'm not using it. Now I'm going to take my little tool, I don't remember what this is called, and I'm going to really attach my letters to the transfer paper. And I'm not worried about this tape sticking because, like I said, it won't stick to that. Okay, and now when I peel this off, now I have my words with the sticky side ready to go. All right, so I'm going to take the lid off of my cup, just make it easier. And I want to put these opposite of the little embossed logo for the cup. So I'm going to put something down, maybe my scissors and my little spread tool to keep my cup from rolling. And then I will eyeball this, and this is where it's nice. You can see the lines of the transfer paper, and then you can watch the line of the paper instead of the transfer tape instead of the line of your vinyl. But I'm eyeballing it, and one of the things about using letters that aren't perfect and the heart that's not perfect is it's okay if it's not perfectly eyeballed. I might have put this a little lower. I don't know. It's hard for me to see because I'm so far away from it with the camera. But then anyway, you're going to use this again to really get your letters on there. I'm just really making sure the edges of my letters are all on there. And then I will pull my tape off super slowly. If a letter doesn't come off, okay, perfect. Like this L isn't coming off, just hold it down as you pull back, stick it to the cup, and then once you get it started, you can hold it from this direction, and it'll stick just fine. That happens. It happens every time, so I was just going to show you it's not that big of a deal. Just be watching, because things like little dots on eyes and stuff tend to get lost. So that is it. That is all there is to make it. Look, this is new. It's still got the instructions in there. I'm going to put that back on, and this is ready to send to one of my team members. I did the exact same process making this for my son, only this was the adhesive foil. It's super sticky. It's super cute. So you guys, enjoy making these cups for your team and for your friends or for yourself. You know, I have to admit, I have about 3 of them. One has my name on it. I have a Disney one, and then I have my oils cup. So enjoy and go make something fun today. Be sure and check out the rest of my channels. I have lots of ways. I use my Cricut for my essential oils team. I have ways that I made all kinds of stuff for our daughter's wedding. I really hope you enjoy it. Go look for some encouragement and just have a great oily day. Bye.